Hello, people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time it's around 12:45, 12:40, 45, approaching towards AM, 1 a.m. Outside it's raining. Very nice, cool breeze, a little bit of thunderstorm, mild, okay? And I will be doing only one video today, and it's gonna be initial impression on a fragrance I've been waiting for so long. Finally, I have it, as you can see from title. It's gonna be the tobacco. Finally, I have this in my hand. I waited 1 month for this after pre-ordering, and it's getting very difficult to source these perfumes because it's brand new 2024 release, and to my knowledge, not many reviewers actually covered it. I have seen 2 to 3 reviews on it, okay, and one of the brothers from UK, I think he covered this, he talked about it. So yeah, seeing his review, I was very sure that I really want it, and I'm a big fan of this line. I'll talk a little bit more as usual, and I have really like a little bit of feverish. That flu thing is back, but I'll try my best to do the review. So I'm having some tea, and let's start. So where do I start? Before I start this, I have covered literally every single release from this line except the Amber one, and I was very close to buying the Amber one because I wanted to complete the line, and I thought everything is good, so that's gonna be really good too. But seeing some reviews, most of the reviews said it was a bit disappointing. Some users said it was disappointing, so I did not opt for that. That was a little bit cheaper than this. This fragrance here right now, the tobacco one is the latest one. Original one was Stronger with You. Then I had bought, like, in total I had 3 others, like Stronger with You, then I had the Freeze, okay, and then no, I had a couple more which I don't have anymore. Then I bought Intensely. I have a little bit of a juice left. Really good. Every single release was really good. This was the Absolutely. It's almost finished, and I kept the bottles because I love them. And this was the last one I bought, was the Only. It was 2023 release. And then the other two, the big ones, were these two, Stronger with You Leather and Oud. So you can see I did have a good following, and this particular ones are from these lines. They are the Middle Eastern exclusive. You'll see the Arabic writing. So when you want to buy these are going to be always $150, $60 plus in Bangladesh. The brother who reviewed it from UK, I think he said he got a tester for 70 or 80 pounds. That translates to something like 100 ish, 90 something dollars. So by the time it gets here, it's going to be a bit expensive. So if you buy a tester, it's going to be a little bit cheaper. Full presentation will be 150, $160. So it's niche pricing, basically niche pricing, and it's, you really have to love a line and have a love for this line to buy these. Okay, nowadays everything is brand new releases are expensive. I ordered Man in Black, the Perfume. It's going to be a discussion, so do not get too annoyed because I am very excited. So here, this is the tester version. It comes with this box, and it have all the uh, details written. So this one's, it will be a bit hard to find, but if you can find a tester, it's going to be like $20-30 less than the main one. Okay, and the bottle follows like the other ones. It has this amber color bottle, and yeah, nice little cap, just like the other ones. Nice cute little shape. Mind you, there's another one line from women. I think that one is also nice, but I do not follow that line. I did a couple of reviews from that line, but men's line is my go-to line. And these caps are always, like this. You cannot sit it anywhere. There's a particular spot where it sits. Very nice looking packaging. Not very heavy cap, but looks nice. Okay, I really like this. And I'm think the bottom will have the batch code. So this one I already have it on my hand. Okay, and this one other thing is you find the Armani's uh, logo on top of the sprayer. So let's go show you the sprayer. Okay, and let's show a couple more sprays. So I'll tell you one thing, few things out of the way. First thing is my health is not good. So my nose, I am really like having, because my family is keep having this problem, having the disease, one gets and the one gets. So the system doesn't have 100%. So whenever I smell perfume, it disturbs my nostrils, but now I can smell, thankfully, like 70-80%. So this one, big thanks to USB, UK Shopping from BD, who took the trouble to send it to me very late night. Thank you so much, brother Ifran bhai. I used to actually go and collect these fragrances. I remember maybe this one or Intensely. I went and collected maybe from his house somewhere late night, 11:30. Late night, we don't usually drive, but I used to do crazy things to get this perfume. So today, he delivered it to me. Thank you so much, brother, because I was not well. And I really wanted it. I was the first one to get it from his page. And I think there are 2 other brothers in Bangladesh who got it, but no reviewers so far. So we have this little bit of a nasty thing. It's an ugly thing. There's a competition. There's no such thing. It's just a childish thing, but I like to do. So what do I get? It's also on the paper. So apparently this one has notes. If it's worth the money, I'll let you know. But performance I can update only after using it for few weeks. So this one 2024 release according to Fragrantica: sage, black pepper, pink pepper, LME, then cardamom, very spicy opening, followed by tobacco, chili, pepper, chestnut, cinnamon leaf, guaiacol, bourbon, vanilla, benzoin, and amber. So if you see the notes breakdown, it doesn't tell you that much. You really have to smell the perfume. Even if I review this, it doesn't mean anything. It's just an opinion. I get something, you get something else. So from the top spray, then to the dry down, I'm wearing this for about like 1 hour now, at least 1 hour-ish. So it's already changing. First thing I got from this is a very beautiful, familiar sort of like, it reminded me, first thing reminded me of these two. Definitely it has connection to the bigger brothers, oud and leather, which also had some common notes like sweet notes, that vanilla and that amber, sometimes some spices, which Middle Eastern perfumes are known for. Maybe a little bit of a pink peppercorn, and then things like saffron, because they give the Middle Eastern vibe. Something like Dolce & Gabbana, Mysterious Night, the Exclusive Night, and then Royal Nights. I think those, and the Luminous Nights, if you know those. So they always use these Middle Eastern pepper sort of notes to give it that extra edge over the original. The original one, Stronger With You, sweetness, was very playful. Some people compare the Intensely and Absolutely, these two, to the fragrance called By the Fireplace, but I found By the Fireplace to be more smoky and burning woods. These things just gave me chestnut, sweetness, candied, like some citruses, very sweet, like a Pakuraban style, Eros, 1 million, Invictus like sweetness. So these are all sweet fragrances, but here, what you get from tobacco, let's talk about the paper. The paper is the dry down. The dry down, I'll come to it a bit later. What I get from the skin, first application, you'll definitely get those familiar vibes that you get from oud and leather, but it's a little bit spicy. It's less sweet, more spicy opening. And I feel maybe there is an appearance of maybe cinnamon somewhere, but not very sweet cinnamon. So cardamom, cinnamon, pink pepper, black pepper, they mentioned. I do not get any sage so far in the opening, but it's a sweet, at the same time spicy. Not like, spiciness level would be like 7 out of 10, like 7.5 out of 10, not 8 or intense one. Okay, so that's a good news. It's not like Dolce & Gabbana Mysterious Night. Okay, that one had too much of saffron for me, and the rose was like popping. This thing thankfully has no rose. Okay, so I like that. Then you get that chestnut, pimento. I get a pimento note. So it is spicy, sweet. First thing you get is spicy, second thing is sweet. Third thing, on the very far dry down, it starts showing the tobacco. And at this point, it reminds me of Carolina Herrera Mystery Tobacco a little bit, but it's not a clone of that. Mystery Tobacco is a lot more. It is high-end designer like. Okay, it's like a borderline niche, but not quite niche. You cannot compare this with Serge Lutens or something like niche houses. They make tobacco fragrances. So this one is the Chanel's and Dior level. Okay, Armani is making this expensive for a reason. They use quality ingredients. You can tell, you can smell it, and you can tell. So these are the strong points, and it's very strong. It projects beautifully, but I felt quite it could not beat the strength of the leather. Leather one is the strongest so far still for me, and also maybe second best would be Absolutely and Intensely. Then after that, if anything from this line, the third would be this. To my nose is Intensity. Longevity I cannot tell, but opening intensity is like that. So third, strongest from the line, and it's very hard to find. Very, very hard to find. You cannot find this anywhere readily. If you pre-order, then you can get it. Okay, so should you be spending 150 to 120, $30 on this? I'll let you know. Okay, initial impression, yes and no. Yes and no, simple. Okay, yes, if you are a big fan of this line, you must collect it. There's just no two way about it. For me, I had to get it. Absolute no regrets. I have this big smile. I'm talking a lot. I am really losing context. But I want to do this first review. So from those point of view, from the fans point of view, yes, it's a buy. It's definitely, it's as good as some of these other ones, but maybe in the Middle Eastern line, I will rate this as number 2. Okay, after the leather in terms of scent profile, this one, and then the oud, maybe the last one would be amber, which I haven't reviewed, but from the likes of it, is going to be the last one from the Middle Eastern exclusive. So Middle Eastern exclusive, this is why you're paying a little bit more money. This is exclusive, right? Regular Stronger With You line, I think, is around $80 to $100 now. So under 80 to 100 versus 150. So there's a $50 difference. Is it worth the price tag? For general people, okay, You know why this is expensive? One thing is exclusive. Second thing is the carrying charge from Middle Eastern countries, wherever it's released. So all the way to your country, tax, VAT, profit, it will be a little bit more. It's not going to be easily like distributed in every single mall that you can go and collect it readily. This is why it's more expensive. So this is borderline back in the days Creed pricing. Okay, and if you're asking me if it's Creed's quality, like something like Royal Oud, okay, if this tobacco is similar to that, no, not that quality just yet. This is very high-end designer, very high-end designer. If you love designer, this is gonna be like, it will remind you of Davidoff blend line, you know, Davidoff leather blend, agar blend, amber blend, and then wood blend. Those are really good. This is even better, very smooth. So it is for executive purpose. I think this is going to be special occasion, colder nights like right now, winter, perfect wear, and it is the spicy nature, so you cannot miss the spice. If you do not like fragrance like Spice Bomb or a fragrance like Bulgari's Man in Black, you perhaps will find this bit not your type. Okay, it's a very mature scent. This is not going to be for younger folks. And it's, as time progresses, it starts showing a little bit more spices. So I think there's one more note that I'm missing. They mentioned the Gaiac Oud, okay, and benzoin. So there definitely the sweetness of benzoin will start popping at the base with the vanilla. But remember one thing, this is more spicy than sweet. 60 40, 60 spices, 40 sweetness. Okay. The tobacco, the main note tobacco, this one starts popping like after at least 1 hour. Okay, you will not get the tobacco in the opening like something like Armani's Code or Versace the Dreamer or maybe Man in Black. You sometimes get it instantly. No, this one will give you at the heart. Okay, after the dry down is gone, I mean the opening is gone, then you start smelling the tobacco. And the tobacco is not, for me, is the major player, which is a little bit disappointing. This is another reason. If you really felt like you're gonna get like the tobacco, like this tobacco is my favorite. Let me show you one of my favorite tobacco. Versus this, I think this one will have an edge. Even I would say it is better than Burberry's London. Definitely that better than that quality, but not as niche. So you are getting some idea. So in the end, is it a buy or pass or try? It's a try. It's not a must buy. It's not a must pass, because this is one of the best releases from this line. Because the price is so high, I would say try to get a sample. Try to go to your brother who has bought the bottle. If someone's decanting, I am decanting in Bangladesh, you can try from me. But the price is going to be very high. Once again, even the decant price will be high. But if you have that taste, go for it. But it's nothing like, oh man, must have this in my life. I'm gonna, like not gonna make it. No, no, not such thing. So see, until now, so far, this is my most favorite until now. Okay, the leather one. This is a must-have in my humble opinion. That's the sweetest, loudest, longest. And if you want to have a second best, I would say absolutely. And from the line, if you really want to have a third one, I would say the tobacco, and followed by the oud and intensely. I would say the freeze one, pass. And for the summer, you should try the only one, very underrated, sweet, fresh, more citrus. But this one, I rate it in the third in the whole lineup as initial impression. So understand this, it may change as my nose opens, as I use it more and more, and I give it more test run, I give it more experiment. Maybe it will rate lower, higher, who knows. But so far, the performance, if you ask me, I think this is going to perform like 9 out of 10, because this line, Middle Eastern line, they have those ingredients. But time will tell. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Initial impression, I'm giving this 9 out of 10. Really, really beautiful fragrance, amazing release. This is for the fans from this line. If you are not a fan of the originals, perhaps you'll not like it. If you did not like Dolce & Gabbana exclusive or mysterious or Royal Night, this is not going to be your jam. But I really like this. I think it's going to be really, really pretty fragrance to wear with a suit, wedding, special occasion, Christmas. This would be a good choice. And upcoming fall and winter, you can try this. So here I go, proudly presenting Stronger With You Tobacco by Emporio Armani. Luxurious fragrance, but bit too overpriced for what it is. Okay, if this one comes under 100, 110 bucks, people at that price point should get it. $150 is a little bit steep. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you felt if you tried this and what your expectations, and if you agree with me or not. Have a nice day. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm just doing the one video, so you watch this video. I'm not going to do a list. Take care. Bye-bye.